The challenge, and I'm not picking on reporters about writing stories about classified information, is the people talking about it often don't really know what's going on, and those of us who actually know what's going on are not talking about it. And we don't call the press to say, hey, you got that thing wrong about this sensitive topic. We just have to leave it there.
Let's bring in Alabama Senator Luther Strange to straighten this one out. What's going on here?
Well, I think Mr. Comey has a few more questions to answer, especially that was an interesting last piece you had there from someone who admittedly leaked a document to get it into the press, I guess the New York Times. So I have some more questions I'm sure he'll be wanting to answer here soon.
Should basically this idea that there was Trump-Russia collusion, Comey not offering any evidence today again about that, is this storyline still going to continue? What do you think about this narrative?
I think it's a hyperventilating media. I think that was a good day for the president, and I think he must be struck, as I am, as a person new to Washington. He's new to Washington, relatively new. That the media will take off with a story like that, almost finding we're going to convict him of something, and then we're going to look back and find out what it is. It's just not fair to him, and really, it's not fair to the American people, because what I hear about, what I was sent to Washington to do, and what the president was elected to do, was to pass an agenda that brings common sense, conservative solutions to real problems that affect people's lives. And we could talk about Obamacare repealing and replacing that disaster and on and on. That's what people care about in my state, and I think the people that elected him president care about.
You know, sir, Chris Matthews over at MSNBC admitted earlier today that basically this Trump-Russia collusion story, that James Comey blew that story up, that Comey undercut that story. Let's take the soundbite. Listen.
Somewhere along the line in the last year, the president had something to do with colluding with the Russians, something to do with the helping hand, encouraging them, feeding their desire to affect the election in some way. Some role they played, some conversation he had with Michael Flynn or Paul Manafort or somewhere. And yet what came apart this morning was that theory.
So it came apart, Senator.
Well, I hate to agree with him, but I have to in this case. He is absolutely right. And I don't think the American people, they're very frustrated. I can just tell you that we're spending time on this when we need to be dealing with the issues that are really affecting the men and women of our country, and really get back to why Donald Trump was elected. And so, and finally, I'd really like to point out that we are going to get to the bottom of whatever happened with the Russian involvement in our elections. It's a serious matter. I have great confidence in the Intelligence Committee, the bipartisan committee, great confidence in Mr. Mueller to do that.
Right.
Let's let them do their job and get on to the issues that matter.
Senator Luther Strange, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.